Very good afternoon, friends. In this video we are going to talk about the different type of data types provided by Go. So the prominent data types are the Boolean, which has the value like true and false, numeric, which has the value like integers, and inside the integers you have signed int, unsigned int, and of the different sizes like the signed int 32-bit, unsigned int 64-bit, like that. And then you have the floating type, and that actually is the floating numbers. Along with that we have strings and the derived variables like the pointers, arrays, structures, and union. Some of the things like the pointers, structure, and union are very common to the C or C++ type of the variables, derived type definitely. And these are the primitive data types like the integer, floating, but I would like to discuss them while writing the code. So here inside the code, now this is, I open my Visual Studio Code, and inside the very function main I write declare some variables. How to declare a variable? So write var, then you can write number equals 121. So here you have to do like this: variable var number, and then you mention its type, var name type. If you want to store the value here, then you can write 21 there only. Otherwise you can do in the next line, write the number equal to 21. So now this underline sign is not an error, it is just because we have to print. So write down fmt dot println, and there it goes, and there you type the variable number. Okay, so now see error is gone. Now you can also see the type of the variable. Like if you want to know that what is the type of the variable, then you can write double quote, the type of variable equals percentage t. This is called the format specifier, and that is t for type. And then you can write the number there, and to make the thing go into the next line you write here slash n, and this. Oh, so this println will not work for the format. For format we need printf. So we have three prominent printing things: printf, println, and the print. We are now focusing printf for formatted printing. Now I run the code. So Control S, and there here I go into the code, and then I run go run main.go, and there you see, yes, you see the result. This is 21. So I think, let me clear this screen. Okay, it's running many times, same thing. I clicked it. Okay, so it is showing this 21, that is the result. You can also, instead of storing 21 here, this you can take it as a declaration, like you have declared a variable called number and its type will be int, but you store the value here like the number equals 230 in the next line. Then also it does not make any difference. Then here I go to the terminal, and then I hit enter key. So now you see 230, there is no problem with that. One more thing you can do, that you can directly declare the variable, right? I say no, I say that I take a variable called age of a person, and I store 32. Then I say another variable called weight, and there I put a float value 0.98. So when you declare them, then you write like this: colon equals age colon equal, and then here also weight colon 89.98. just like, means you haven't mentioned its type, you just put some value into them. And here I print this line for these two newly declared variable. So there, control V, control V. The first one is so there it go, and second one is weight, and there it go. So here in this case, just pay attention to this line. I have declared that number is a variable of type int. Okay, So means the compiler already knows from the very beginning that the number is a variable of type int. But in the case of a is 32, I haven't declared, but I have declared the name of the variable only, that is the a's, and then I stored 32. So it means at the runtime the compiler will see that if the number, the type of the data that is stored in the variable will determine the type of the variable, just very much like Python. So it means the a's will become integer and the weight, which is 89.98. So when you're storing 89.98, that is a floating number, into weight, so definitely weight will become a floating variable. So here you see that what we did, that we declared a variable from the very beginning. Its name is int and its type is, its name is, okay. So what do you see, that here I have declared a variable and the name is number and the type is int, and second line I just store the value 230 into that variable, and then in third line I declared a variable without mentioning its type. I just took a word name colon equals and then I put 32 into that, and that becomes a type integer because I'm putting 32 into it. Same way the weight, and then see I declared weight, just I type the name, it's the identifier, this is just the name of the variable. Even I did not mention the word var to let it know that whether it's a variable. Simply I take a word weight and then the colon equal sign, I put a number 89.98. Now I am running the code to see what are the types of the number, age and weight, and then you will see that this is called that compiler will automatically determine the what type of variables they are depending on the type of content in them, very much like Python. So here I run my code that goes like go and go run main.go, and there you see. Yes, so it says that the first one, the result of the content of the number, that is 230 is fine. Then the type of number is int, type of is also int, and type of variable weight is 64, float 64 bit. So this is how this whole things of variable work. In the next video, we will discuss about these variables in little more detail.